סרט וידאו את עושה?
וידאו. הגענו לבעלין, 27 לאוקטובר. ברלין, אונטר דן לינדן, שאנחנו מכירים, בדרך לאלכסנדר פלאץ. יום מעונן, נעים. זהו, הגעתי לאלכסנדר פלאץ, 20 דקות הליכה מהמלון. ככה נראה מזג האוויר, מעונן. זה מרגש להיות פה, כי זאת הסביבה שבה סבא אפרים גדל עד גיל 9. הוא היה באזור הזה, אני עוד אבקר בדיוק באזור שהוא ממש נולד ולמד וגדל, אבל זאת הסביבה, זה נקרא אלכסנדר פלאץ. הרוב פה נהרס ושוקם אחרי המלחמה, אז הבנייה פה היא יותר מודרנית. הגענו לראות את המקום שבו הוצב הפלק ללאו אדלר. הנה לאו אדלר. לאו? This is the place. זה לאו אדלר הצעיר. וזה לאו אדלר. צוות טלוויזיה מלווה אותנו במסע שלנו, שהתחיל ברעיון עם ריטה לפני כמה חודשים. עכשיו הצוות הזה ממשיך כדי להעלות את הכתבה בטלוויזיה על הסיפור. This is the best answer for what happened here, you know, the fifth generation, huh? The baby, the fifth generation by Rebecca. בעצמם נעמדים פה לתמונה משפחתית של האדלרס. פה גם משפחות אחרות שלא קשורות אלינו בכלל, שבני המשפחה שלהם נספו גם כן. אלה היערות, אנחנו כבר בספצן. הגענו לספצן. היערות האלה, הם היו צריכים ללכת פה מתחנת הרכבת דרך היערות לכיוון העיירה מלילי.
Very nice to maintain here. No one has a square.
It's
further north.
Yeah, but it's more
הרכבת.
on the lake. More akin to New York.
סבא שלנו גם כן היה פה.
Being on Lake Ontario.
סבא, יוסף וייסברגר הגיע לכאן באוקטובר 1938. בדיוק 80 שנה מאז, בדיוק. בתוך המבנה של תחנת הרכבת, איפה שהיום ניצבת התערוכה. תערוכה שמספרת את הסיפור של מאות המגורשים. ככה אנחנו צועדים ברחובות של העיירה, להתחקות אחרי הבתים שבהם גרו בני המשפחות השונות. פה יש פה קבוצה של משפחות. הם יראו לנו ציוני דרך חשובים בעיירה הזאת.
Idziemy dalej wzdłuż
Pojadu.
torów.
טלפון. אלה שהוגלו לכאן הגיעו לאיזשהו מקום לצריפים של הצבא. לא היה פה כלום, לא היו תנאים סניטריים מינימליים. לאט לאט המשפחות פה מסביב באו ועזרו ונתנו סמיכות ומרק, ולאט לאט ערכו את האזרחים החדשים, את התושבים החדשים.
Okay, I'll repeat what our guide has said. You can see on the basis of these houses around you how land was demarcated anew after the war and how new plots were delineated, how new houses were built. It all became tighter and fully packed, so it's hard to find out which were the places, the exact places at which old houses were.
הגענו להפסקת צהריים, מין מלון יפה חדש פה, ששוכן על האגם האפרורי הזה, אבל מלון ממש נחמד. המוזיאון של הקהילה היהודית, הנוי סינגוג, זאת האוצרת של התערוכה שם. גבי נואם.
Na dzisiejszych wydarzeniach upamiętniających 80. rocznicę deportacji Żydów z III Rzeszy do Zbąszynia. W Zbąszyniu corocznie organizujemy tak zwane Dni Otwartych Ramion.
Wydarzenia, które w chłodnych październikowych dniach miały miejsce w III Rzeszy, uspokoiły swój bieg tuż zagranicznym szlabanem polskiego Zbąszynia.
כנר על הגג.
Everybody, to see my grandfather's day, to know that he was here, the students' performance.
I will be translating.
The students' performance was magnificent.
Przedstawienie uczniów było naprawdę wspaniałe.
I think the professor, when he said that better than a monument or a plaque is the performance of students, and especially if this goes on for generation after generation, that is the best memorial. And all I can say is we now know where he was, we know where he lived in Berlin, and we now have a memorial because he was murdered and we don't have a grave for him. So we have this place, we have Berlin, and that's a tremendous memory. Thank you to the
Where's the Prime Minister?
ליד שגרירות בריטניה. משהו קורה פה. מוזיקה ערבית, כן. מוזיקה ערבית. מה הסיפור פה? נראה לי שמייבי ראש הממשלה. Yeah, what is this? Somebody important is here. Isn't it? מישהו חשוב כנראה הגיע לעיר. רבוש, מי זה? maybe סעודיה ערביה? מלון עדלון מרשת קמפינסקי, הכי מפואר בברלין. מייקל ג'קסון פה החזיק את התינוק ונופף בו, תינוק. כרגע יש פה ועידה של מדינות אפריקה, כולל הסיסי. מלון עדלון, המלון שבו סבא וסבתא התחתנו באיזה שנה? Which year?
1921, I think.
לא.
Susie was born 1920.
20.
No, Susie was born 21.
Oh, he's
And the
right.
Henny
And
20.
I think 1919 או 1920. 1920. כמובן שינה את פניו. כרגע יש פה איזו ועידה מוסלמית. ומטעמי ביטחון אי אפשר לרדת לחדר ולאולם הנשפים ולראות את המקום ולראות את התמונה. הייתי פה עם עופר, עם אבא, לפני 20 ומשהו שנה. גם אז בית הכנסת היה סגור, כמו היום, אמצע שבוע. שימק היה פה, התפלל פה בשבת האחרונה. שבת הם פותחים, וכל הבניין פה מסביב הוא בית דירות של יהודים. ופגשנו פה את מוישה מחיפה.
history and it's still unknown chapter. And I just saw the interview with Simon and Rita a couple days ago that was made in August, and Simon so visibly talked about how his family helped out the refugees, the play team in Yiddish, the refugees coming from Germany, and how they were not seen as Polish Jews. This is the expulsion order they were handed, and it is based on the Ausländerpolizeiverordnung vom 22. August 1938, which is the police rulings on foreigners of August 22nd, 1938. And it tells you that this action was prepared. This form was prepared. This whole ruling was changed so that so that once someone lost his citizenship of a different country, they were immediately losing the right of residence within the Reich. This was the new connection that was different until then. And people then on the 28th of October in the morning received these expulsion orders right at their doorstep. They were taken in the early morning, and we have their reports while we walk slowly through here, and then we'll meet again in about. You can see a map of Spongin with traces of life in Spongin, and these are traces of deportees after 1938-39. We are telling their stories based on the evidence we've found. And we have here a database which contains now 500 stories from Berliners taken in October 38. Behind me is an artistic intervention by Wojciech Olejniczak, whom you met yesterday in Spongy, who is the head of the Fundacja Press. And what he did is actually he's bringing the only original expo. Little abbreviation of the tour, and then you'll have the opportunity to see the rest of the exhibition while we have the reception after the commemoration ceremony. So everything will be visible, and Anna Fischer was just so kind to bring the third chapter of your family's history upstairs for you so that you will see all parts of your family.
A pleasure and an honor for me to welcome you today here.
Or actually the family of my two grandmothers, was deported 8 years ago. The deportation was done by uniformed men, with uniforms that symbolizes the exact opposite of my uniform. At the time of the deportation with Bornstein, the grandfather of my grandmother, Jacob Zuckerman,
Wir haben eine sehr schöne Wohnung gehabt. Wir waren 3 Kinder. Wir haben Familien gehabt. Wir haben Cousinen, Onkel, Tanten. Wir haben eine sehr schöne Zeit gehabt. Bis zum 28. Oktober. Die Polizei ist gekommen, aber mein Vater war nicht zu Hause. Ja, das war die Angst vor uns.
What does it mean for you and your wife Rita to be in Berlin today?
It's a tremendous, tremendous memory. And I'm a firm believer, if we don't learn from history will repeat itself. And what you did here, and the people who were involved, gives us tremendous, tremendous hope for the younger generations to see something that evil can be installed in people, and this may prevent that. And for this, we are very grateful to you, for all those people who worked so hard to bring history alive again, so we cannot have it to repeat itself. And thank you again, the people from Berlin, and especially those people who have worked so hard, and also a daughter that she worked with us, she came to New York, and your people came to New York, interviewed us, that showed the sincerity that you devoted to that project. Gives us a tremendous
I think we all need to take a breath. This has been such an extraordinarily powerful and important experience for us. Words cannot adequately convey our gratitude, though
ארוחת הערב, מרק הוא הזמין כל האולם הזה. כל האולם הזה, רק האורחים שלנו. יש פה אורחים מרומניה, שותפים של שימק.
Yeah. So I'm going to sing now in Italian.
I can't wait.
Thank you. So, like many things in our family these days, it started with an email. And my mother received an email, and I happened to be nearby. So she said, Mike, I got this funny email. What is this? So I looked at it. This is my sister's version of the story. So I looked at the email, and I replied, And then I mentioned it casually to my sister Ellen, whose first response was, "Why did you reply?" Okay?
Just imagine.
So that was my last email on the subject. And as a result, we're all here today. And that was Veronique's email, where she had located my Uncle Fedor's obituary, reached Temple Israel. Temple Israel gave her my mother's information. And from that, we're all here today. So if we could all raise our glasses. So that's where it started. We heard many great things today about how it progressed. Our appreciation for what this day means is unbelievable. I will repeat, if I can, what Alina said at our table, which is that the mayor of Spongin, and I've said that as incorrectly as everybody else has,
Mayor?
was
You're
so
right to say mayor.
moved by this whole 24-hour, 48-hour period, including his coming here today, that he's let us know that the town of Spongin, I'm saying the French pronunciation, is actually going to be buying the railroad station and the building next to it.
Really?
And that will become some sort of commemoration center for this incredible event, which is just amazing. So, I've also had everyone in conversation tell me how meaningful this was and sort of what this is, what type of an event this has been. Besides tearing up while you were speaking, and I never tear up.
Susan really rocked it.
Yeah.
I have to just say, a lot of education. As my parents complain, the never-ending student.
In German, they call it the ewige Student.
How amazing! Quickly, everybody responded and said, "Tell me more. What is it? When? I'm in." And then we had to change the date. Where are we? When? I'm in. So that's why the email thing is like so long. But it's amazing, and you know we're together. That's it. You know what? That's what. No, that's what Mommy always told me from her alma mater, that the cousins, that was their life. They were together, and that was it. And I think, as I said to my friends, I'll tell you something. I go away with my elementary school friends, and their parents were all friends. You know, they were all Americans, and their parents were all friends with each other. And I said, my parents' friends and our friends, it was our family. It wasn't the neighbor. And if you think about it, you know, I don't know about me, but that was like
I'm sorry, the neighbors too. The couple who rented from our house. 40 years ago, they're still friends.
No, 60 years ago.
60 years ago.
We came to my mother's house for Shiva. And Simon, being Simon, had to make a speech. And I'll never forget this speech, and this is in 1975 or something like that. I'll never forget what he said. He said, without, just getting to the point, without all the extra words, that he decided once he got liberated from a concentration camp or sometime after, that whoever he would marry had to have a family, could not be like him by himself. And he found Rita, who had 2 brothers and a mother and cousins and other people. And that was so important to him. That was the number one important thing to
70
him.
years we'll be married. 7-0. And my longevity is not what I did, it's what I was told to do for help. So my longevity really belongs to Rita. And a little bit, they call it Menschlichkeit. If a little bit to be a human and think about somebody else. Her quiet way, she was not somebody who tried to get attention or anything else. She listens and says, and then she tells me what to do. So, and I learned a lot. But with this came a big God's blessing. we have wonderful children, and we have even better great children, and now we have also great grandchildren. So what can one want from world? And especially, I'm not here because they want me to be here. I'm here in spite. Look at